Last weekend while I was in Canada for the YCS, I was trying to unload a lot of my older cards and old holographic cards that I just have sitting around. And even though, like I mentioned in the last couple videos here, I wasn't able to actually get rid of any of my bulk holographic cards, I was able to sell several of the high-valued cards that I pulled out of my Soul Fusion boxes, as well as some other boxes. And I had a lot of store credit because one of the things that I've always sort of preached, if you're selling cards to vendors, if possible, try to go for the store credit option, because very often they'll give you like 15 to 20% more if you buy cards straight from them right afterwards. And I don't really need cards too much, but they just had a lot of old school tins, and I really decided I just wanted to open a bunch of these old school tins throughout the next couple weeks here and kind of talk about how Yu-Gi-Oh! Tins have changed. I mentioned that, I think, in one of the mega tin openings, like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Tins have changed. That was like the title of the video, but oh my gosh, they like really have. And for this sort of tin opening series, I actually have the two tins from 2010, the two different ones, two tins from 2012, and then two tins from 2013, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through and see how the promos change and evolve as time goes on, and how they compare to the mega tins. So one of the things that you'll want to notice here when we have this 2010 tin is that this actually does not have any like reprint packs. Like, it doesn't have like mega packs, it just has actual packs. So it has 1 Stardust Overdrive, 2 Absolute Power Force, 2 The Shining Darkness, so it's 5 packs, but they're unlimited versions, I think, of these older sets. And keep in mind that all of these, just like the mega tins, were coming at around, I mean, back in the day they used to push them a little bit further. They would come out around like October, November, December time. It's more like the Christmas tins that people would, like, parents would get for their kids or whatever. And then the promo cards, I mean, we got Elemental Hero Stratos, which is cool, but not necessarily like the most relevant promo. I think it already had been reprinted in the Raw Yellow Mega Pack. And then we had Van Daglon, the Dark Dragonlord, which is the counter trap monster thing. Cyber Dinosaur, which was like a promo card and not super relevant. And then Battle Fader, which was actually pretty cool because that card was pretty hard to come by back in the day. I think at this point it had only been printed as an Ultimate Rare and an Ultra Rare. But anyway, yeah, I thought I would go through these and just kind of look at how cool they were. You'll notice here, so this one was $25. The other one from this year was $25. Well, $25 Canadian, which is a little bit lower in American, obviously. And then the only one, they're pretty much all that price except the Hanzo tin, which we'll get to in a couple videos from now, which actually has like 4 insanely good promos. But we'll save that for later. I suppose you can just look it up if you really want. But if you want to be surprised, feel free to go not look it up, and then we can learn together how good that Hanzo tin was. It was crazy back in the day. So what's new in 2010? How to get the newest cards. New to dueling, Duel's Toolbox is a perfect place to start. This 44 card deck includes 4 Synchro Monsters to get extra deck rolling, and it comes with an easy guide to teach you the rules. And then we have, let's see, Collectible Tins, Wave 1. So they used to do these in 2 waves. There are 3 different tins in Wave 1, each with 5 different variant cards and 5 booster packs. So currently, the ones that we have, we are opening this one today. I also bought this one up here. We did not buy this one, mostly because I didn't think those promos were that interesting. I mean, Darkham Dragon's cool, the other ones are not. So we'll get to those in a little bit, and that will on a different video. Expand your collection with a special all foil, all monster booster set. This 60 card set includes 2 secret rare cards, blah blah blah, Hidden Arsenal 2. I don't even know what was like the cool card from Hidden Arsenal 2. I don't know if that's when Naturia Beast and Barkion came out. There wasn't like a Dragon of the Ice Bear, that was DeLorean. Then we have Duelist Revolution, which looks like it must have, would it have just come out at the time that these released? I'm not sure. Was it just about to come out? This set was ridiculous. Just in general, it's a good rule of thumb that all the green sets in Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs are usually good investments. Obviously, Duelist Revolution had a ton of fantastic stuff, and then Duelist Genesis before it. Then you have like Duelist Alliance and all those. All the green sets are really good. Legendary Collection 1. Obviously, we've had a whole bunch until October 5th. Did this say when these were released? They did not say. So this must have been released. This was the first wave, so it must have been released in like September. If if it's advertising something for October 5th. Each box includes 3 Duelist Revolution Special Edition, and these are the collectible tins Wave 2. I was gonna get this Shooting Star Dragon tin. Man, those are these two for whatever reason are just super hard to come by. Like, they were like twice the price of all these other ones, and I figured that you guys didn't really care too much about which tins we were opening. I thought it'd just be cool cool to get 2 from each era and then sort of go through the promo cards and stuff. It's not like you guys really care about if I open the Shooting Star Dragon tin or whatever. Maybe you do. Maybe all the comments in this video are going to be like, wow, this isn't the Shooting Star Dragon tin? Why am I even watching? Anyway, let's check out these promo cards. Now, keep in mind that some of the promos in the Mega Tins have been ridiculously good. These ones, not so much. So you always had a secret rare version of the card on the tin. That hasn't changed too much with the Mega Tins. Some of them have done that. We have Majestic Red Dragon, not a very valuable card even when it came out. That's kind of cool. And then Elemental Hero Stratos, newly limited. Super, looks really weird. I actually still have an ultra rare from the Jump promo, which was crazy, but this was one of the erratas. So this is not the latest printing of this card because it doesn't mention that you can search any hero card. It just says Destiny Hero, Evil Hero, or Elemental Hero. And that was one of the reasons that they, if you wonder why they had to errata hero cards to all be in all caps, it's because they were basically just sick of having to errata Stratos. And then we have the Dark Dragon Lord, who interacts with counter traps. I just think his card was really cool looking and really good, but it's not that great. I mean, it's kind of rough. I don't know. Cyber Dinosaur. This was a Jump promo or one of those promos. You see this happen with special editions now. They don't really put these in Megatins anymore, but because Europe doesn't get the Jump promos, they have to put them in something. So back in the day, one of the slots was taken up in these tins with one of the promos. And then Battle Fader, which is actually a really good reprint for that time period. This card used to be really good. Everyone played it. It has like different uses than Gore's, obviously. It's not quite the same thing, but it's around the same thing. And then for our packs, we have, we got more stuff in there too. 2 Shining Darkness, 2 Absolute Power Force, 1 Stardust Overdrive, and then there is I don't even know how to, I literally can't get this out of here. It's like stuck, but there's a special offer for 2 free cards. Hey, that card's banned. Trident Neptune. RIP. So that's in there as well. So that was back when they were doing the physical Shonen Jumps. Anyway, let's open these packs, see what we got. I think that this was the earliest one. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here. I'm not expecting too much from these. Remember, this is before we have guaranteed holographic cards in every single pack, so it's not like we're necessarily going to pull a holo. And that was actually one of as far as like tins go, it used to be really bad because you could buy a tin and get like not great promos, but then you'd also just get no holos, and that really sucks. Linden Light Charmer, Dragon Laser, Morphtronic Vacuumin, Gen X Controller, pretty cool card. Dread Dragon, oh my gosh, takes me back. Dawn of the Herald, that's a cool card. Changer Synchron, Leech in the Light. This card used to be a super good side deck against agents. I remember winning a locals with this card. Select 1 face-up light monster your opponent controls. All face-up attack monsters you control gain attack equal to the attack of the selected monster until the end phase. It's like an honest for like every single monster you control. This card, low-key, maybe could come back into side decks someday, just because it is actually a pretty crazy counter to a light strategy. You just summon a bunch of monsters, break their entire board, and do like 1,000 damage. Pretty crazy. I actually used the Shining Darkness as an example in a recent video where I talked about the disparity between the good cards, which were like the X-Sabers and Infernities, to the bad cards, which were like all the random stuff in this sets. Oh, we pulled a holo. I'm sorry, I spoiled it by accident. Jackson Controller Card Breaker, and, oh, nice, Infernity Mirage. Very cool card. Basically just Infernity Launcher, but in a monster card form, but it has its uses for sure. That's really cool. I guess I'll put that up here. Nice. As some of you know, if you remember old school Dzeeff, I was a really big fan of Infernities. A lot of my older, some of my more popular older videos back in the day were pretty much all Infernity deck profiles. So that's a cool pull. Remember, that was the first time I ever spent like a lot of cash on like singles. I remember buying Infernity Barriers, Lever the Sea Dragon, and Trishula for like $120 back in high school. Pretty big deal. Rose Fairy, Fire Ant, Ascar, Spider's Lair. Oh, nice. 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 We have Gravekeeper's Priestess, another holo. This card shoots Neko Valley if there is a field spell card, its effect is not applied. All phases of Gravekeeper monsters in the field gain 2 attack and events. This card's in Duel Links too. That's pretty cool though. I didn't know. I thought that card was a little newer than that. We just got waves of Gravekeeper support as well. Weeping Idol, Break Draw, Consecrated Light, another card that saw a ton of play, pretty much the opposite of Legion Light. This is played against dark decks, and oh my gosh, you could just summon this against like Blackwings or Infernities sometimes, and they literally could not play the game. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like when we think of like floodgates nowadays, I usually just think of like spells and traps for the most part. But back in the day, there were a lot of floodgate monsters, like Consecrated Light. Machine Assembly Unit, Psycurse, Spider's Lair. Oh, wow. Core Transport Unit. Once per turn, you can start one card and have an Iron Core of Koakimira from deck to your hand. Man, this card could have been so much better if it just let you search any Koakimira card. That would have been cool. But eventually we got the Diamond Core of Koakimira, which is really cool. But that's cool. A secret. Wow, this tin is like way better in terms of like hollows than it's supposed to be. 3 hollows out of 4 packs is ridiculous. Drill Synchron, Reptilian Naga, Advanced Force, Triculator, and oh nice, broken. The broken combo. Except we don't have the duo one. Wow, 3 hollows is like pretty crazy, and I did not expect that at all. Probably won't be lucky or as lucky in our next tins. Oh, that's upside down. Bending Destiny, Energy Bravery, Insect Neglect, and oh my gosh, we actually pulled 4 hollows. Black Brute Draga. This card is released in Duel Links too. It's like the Gemini Synchro Monster. Well, it helps Geminis. That's really crazy. Wow. You guys are like, you said it wasn't easy to pull hollows in these. But it's not. Oh, nice, and for Necromancer as well. Wow, I can't believe we actually pulled 4 hollows. So that's not really how this usually goes. I'm sure we'll find out when you see the next tins open how many hollows that you actually are supposed to pull. But opening 4 is like ridiculous. Unfortunately, no like ultimate rares and no like really high valued cards. I'm not even sure like out of these old sets what is high valued anymore, but I'm sure there could have been some cooler stuff that we could have got. But it's pretty crazy to get 4 hollows. That's like way more. It looks like this looks like crazy. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tin opening. Let me know what you guys want me to do with all these tins. Should I post them all in like one tin week? Should I post them as bonus uploads on certain days? Should I post them like only like 2 a week? I'm not sure. I just thought that'd be cool to go through. I mean, they're more like historical pieces of Yu-Gi-Oh history as opposed to like an actual just straight up pack opening. I like talking about like the history of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think that even though it's like sort of pack openings, I think that when you look at older product, that is sort of like benchmarks in certain eras of Yu-Gi-Oh. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your feedback, comments, and suggestions in the comment section below. I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.